Do you even feel badly about any of this? Do you even really understand the pain and suffering your actions have caused?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 6, Episode 9. This is the recap. I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And how did y'all feel about this episode? Your boy Teddy is up out of here. I am happy. I don't care how it ends now. I told you guys last night in my quick thoughts, early impressions, I just wanted him to take his L, and he finally did. And I'm expecting Franklin not to have the best ending, but hopefully he can, somehow, some way survive. We shall see. What do y'all think about your girl Sissy? Did she do the right thing? Once she realized that Teddy was lying to her and that he did kill Alton, she said, screw all that, he gotta go. Because for, a slight moment, she was kind of thinking that maybe Alton is alive and that Teddy was telling her the truth. But it was not the case. Franklin told her that this dude is a flat out liar. I don't even know why you believe in anything he's talking about. Once she got that validation, she said, you know what? He gotta go. Because let's just be honest. I know Franklin wanted his money back. I know it's a lot of people out there saying like, man, all she had to do was wait until he said the password and, then take him out. But still, do you guys honestly believe that Franklin was going to be able to get this money and ride off into the sunset, that he was going to get this money and everything would have been good? It's just not happening, in my opinion. It's not going to go down like that. Franklin was never going to get his money back, and for him to even make that deal with Teddy was very risky in the first place, because you don't even know what's about to go down. I told you guys, I just knew it was going to be a setup. I thought it was going to be all types of officers out there, but it seemed like this whole game plan was going to actually go through. I just don't trust Teddy at all. I don't believe nothing he's talking about as far as letting it go, splitting the money. He would have been good. Nah, I don't think so. I think he would have continued to try to get Franklin back, and that whole deal that he made, something about it would have went wrong, whether it was now or down the line. We talking about Teddy. Just look at his history. He's a guy that you cannot trust. So it is what it is. Like I told you guys, I ain't mad at all. Sissy dropped this dude off. We smoking on that Teddy pack. And I guess she was the one that made the sacrifice in this episode. To be honest with you guys, if Franklin did not want all this to go down the way it went down, he probably should have never brought his moms there in the first place and had her around this stuff, because we know she can get emotional and things may not go the way he wants them to go. But Franklin don't have too many people left. So that's why he had Leon and his moms there. But unfortunately, it did not go the way he wanted it to go. And for a moment, I thought Sissy was going to actually let this dude Ruben go. I thought she was going to let this dude go. He was going to pop up and the whole thing would have went a completely different way. But she didn't do that. She waited to the very end to see what Franklin came up with, what type of intel he could get up out of, Teddy. He got that intel, but he still was not able to get his money back. So it's going to be a crazy ending in the season finale, and I cannot wait to see it. But let's hop right into this recap. What did we see in episode 9 titled Sacrifice? Now the episode starts out with Aunt Louie actually getting a call from Franklin, and she had the nerve later on in the episode to say Franklin, was her problem. Like, dude, like really? Like, he's saving you. The DEA, they about to be on your tail. He didn't have to call you at all. He could have let you just sit up in there and get raided, and you could have been getting locked up just like that. But he gives her the call. She gets the upper hand, and now she has to get up out of there. As we talked about last night, Louie is on the run. And luckily, she did end up, escaping, because it wasn't looking too good for her. But she was able to get up out of there, and later on in the episode, she runs into Detective Bucko. Now, Franklin and Gustavo, they have to come up with a game plan as far as what they want to do to Teddy and also what they want to do to Ruben. And y'all know Teddy, he gonna beat around the bush. He gonna say whatever he gotta say in order to survive. The last thing he is trying to do is tell Franklin where his money is and how he can get it. And he is stretching this out, y'all. He ain't about to just give it up. He has to go through so much pain in order to finally open up and give Franklin what he really wanted. But as of right now, he ain't saying too much, and Franklin is pissed off. But at the same time, Franklin is prepared to make this dude suffer, and that's exactly what he does. Now, Franklin does call Veronique to let her know that he has Teddy and Ruben. Everything is good. The game plan is seeming like it's going to work, and for her to don't worry. What do you guys think about Veronique? In the episode 10 trailer, we know Franklin is hemming her up, telling her, look, don't you ever go behind my back. So something's going to happen with her character. A lot of you guys have been stating since last season that she cannot be trusted. So I want to know, what did she attempt in this next episode? Now, Franklin has his moms and Leon watch Teddy and Ruben while he go and pretty much drops off Gustavo. But like I told you guys, was this a mistake on Franklin's behalf, or should he have did something else? Now, we get to Detective Bucko. This dude, he got a lot to say. He knows Aunt Louie is on the run, and she doesn't have, a lot of people that she can depend on, and the boys are looking for her. He's talking about how much money do you got stashed away. She tells him $1 million. This dude talking about, I want half. Like, really? Half? Like, are you crazy? I knew he was on one. Like, okay, so now that she's pretty much, defenseless and she don't have too much, you want to try to take advantage of her? Okay, we see what time it is. Louis saw what time it was, and it was just a matter of time before she confronted Bucko. Now, Sissy decides to have a conversation with Ruben, and Ruben is talking about, look, let me free. He wants to get out. Talking about, we got Franklin on tape, and if I don't return, it's just a matter of time before, the KGB makes a move, and it's pretty much over for Franklin in this whole operation. Like, really? You trying your best to get up out of there. And for a moment, I thought Sissy was actually thinking about letting this dude go and was going to go along with his game plan, which I believe would have been a huge mistake. Now, she goes to Teddy to have a conversation, and y'all know Teddy. He's beating around the bush. He's saying whatever he got to say in order to survive, and he decides to pull out the Alton card. One of you guys did mention this as far as, Teddy being hemmed up. He's going to talk about Alton in order to try to save his life. And he is telling Sissy that he did not kill Alton. You saw no evidence of that. He pretty much told her he watched her when she left. He went in there, he drugged Alton or whatever, took him to a Puerto Rico prison or whatever, dropped him off. He's alive. Like, really? This is what you want to come up with? And for a moment, Sissy is actually thinking about, like, okay, maybe he's telling the truth. What if Alton is really alive? And y'all know Sissy's whole, motivation behind taking down Teddy is really because of Alton. This new energy that she got this season was because she believed Teddy took him out. Hell, earlier on in the season, she said that Teddy took Alton out because he saw him as a threat, but he doesn't see her as a threat. She's nothing but an N-word, basically. You know what I'm saying? She's no threat to him. But in this episode, she proved that she definitely was a threat, and it came back. She pretty much foreshadowed this earlier on in the season, and we saw it in the episode with her taking him down. Then we get to Franklin and Gustavo, man. This was a bitter, sweet moment. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was in my feelings on this one. I was like, man, my man's Gustavo is up out of here. He's actually gonna have a happy ending. He's gonna be good. And just to see it end like this, it just reminds me of how this whole series started. Just seeing Gustavo and Franklin at the very beginning, seeing both of them save each other's life, and just always having their, each other's back. This is what they did throughout the entire series, and I'm glad that they decided to team up in order to take down Teddy and, of course, catch Ruben slipping. And then we see Gustavo head off. Right before he heads off, he tells Franklin, make sure you take down Teddy. You know what I'm saying? You gonna take him out, right? And Franklin tells him, yeah, he's gonna eliminate your boy Teddy. Gustavo knows if Teddy lives, it's over for him. He knows that Teddy's gonna come for him and his family. Teddy was already predicting where Gustavo was at based on how long it took Franklin to come back. But luckily, Teddy is not here anymore. That way, your boy Gustavo doesn't have to worry about him coming for him. But Franklin looks back at Gustavo one last time and he says, oh, so, man. Shout out to your boy Gustavo, man. I hope that he is in the spinoff if they, decide to put him in there. And maybe we can see a little bit more of his story. Or if this really could be the end of Gustavo's journey, y'all. we shall see. Now, we get back to Detective Bucko. He's getting blazed up. And instead of standing in the car, Louis gets out. She has, him give her his pager. She sees that Jerome did page this dude in order for him to come and help. But he was too busy getting smoked out. He couldn't do it. Louis should have just dropped him off right there. She should have just took him on out because he is a liability and he's another person that you're going to have to worry about trying to do something to you later on down the line. We're going to find out. But at least Louis got up out of there and we didn't see her for the rest of the episode. I don't know if we're going to see her in the season finale or not. I would think so, just to see, where she's, gone off to. She could have hooked up with Candy from Little Rock, Arkansas storyline. I mean, I don't really know, but hopefully we get to see it in next week's episode. Now, we get back to Franklin and Teddy, and now Franklin has decided that, to take it up a notch. He is playing the Russian roulette, and he's not playing around with Teddy. He's losing it. Teddy is telling him he is losing it, but this man lost $73 million. You think he playing around with you? He tells him, look, I don't give a damn if Alton is alive or dead. I just want my money back. You know what I'm saying? Now, Sissy comes in. She has to stop Franklin, and they have a conversation. She's telling him, like, look, let's just give up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead, roll with Ruben. Let him take Teddy in. Let the KGB handle this. Let's get those tapes, those recordings, and get up out of here. Now, this will be great if this game plan would actually work. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't trust Ruben. I don't believe anything he's saying, and I don't believe a damn thing Teddy is saying. So I think either way it goes, they screwed as far as, going with Ruben or Teddy. She's telling Franklin, look, I don't want to be a killer. I don't want you to be that. And Franklin tells her, well, it's a little bit too late for that. Leon has to, hop in the conversation telling him, look, you don't want to do this. You're going to a dark place. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much going to be bad news for you. So just give up, basically. But Franklin is like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it clear that I am not giving up at all. So y'all know Franklin, he goes back in there and he puts more pressure on Teddy later on in the episode. Now, Franklin wakes up. He was about to pop Veronique, but luckily he didn't. And she gives him some intel as far as the business and how the things are going as far as the money. It ain't looking too good. She tells him they're pretty much cashed out. They're pretty much just done for. And eventually the bank is going to own the business, the downtown property. And they really need this money and they need it now. So she said, you know what? Let's get this corn oil and, take it up a notch when it comes to Teddy. And she goes and she has a conversation with him, letting him know, like, look, if I was you, I would go ahead and just give up the intel because it ain't gonna end well for you. Teddy still ain't trying to give up no intel. And Franklin, he ain't having it. He's not wasting any time with Teddy. He's, putting this grease on this dude, man. And I know this had to burn. He was letting it burn on that chest. I mean, your boy Teddy was going through a lot of pain. But he is not trying to give up this intel, y'all. He's like, look, screw all that. I ain't giving up this account number. I ain't giving you the password. You ain't getting this money. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do. If I die, I die. Now, Parissa, she goes and she runs into Haymeyer and he's talking about, where was the last time that you saw Teddy? She's telling him, well, the last time she saw him was when he proposed to her. They supposed to be getting married, right? Parissa, she wants that money. That's what she wants. She wants those 73 M's and she's going to do whatever it takes to get that money no matter what. And she tells him that he was worried about Franklin and the Russians. Now we get back to Teddy, and now since that, pain has hit that chest, he decides to open up a little bit more and tell Franklin the truth. Because Franklin's like, man, why did you take the money? Like, why didn't you just leave me something? At least it would have felt like, okay, you valued me as, a person, a guy that did business with you. Like, what's really going on? Because Franklin truly believes Teddy just wants to be in control and he wants to have everything for himself. This whole mission. Franklin ain't even trying to hear all that. He don't care about no damn mission. He just wants his money back. Teddy tells him, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, it is about the mission, but this money is his. He gave Franklin the opportunity to basically do what he's been doing to make all this money. He gave it to him. This is what Teddy is pretty much telling him. So everything that Franklin is doing as far as making all this money selling drugs is because of Teddy, and he feels like that money is his and it ain't Franklin's. And he had the audacity in this episode to talk about, I ain't the one out there, cooking up this crack or whatever. And that's not me doing that, but you bringing in the drugs, you bringing in that coke. So you still destroying the community. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like you ain't doing nothing. Like, are you crazy? And it's getting funded by the government to support a war? Like, come on, Teddy. You got to take some accountability. But y'all know Teddy, he gonna say and do what he wants because he feels like everything is his. And this is what Franklin tells him. Hell, Franklin even told him, like, man, I always thought even after all this, we will still be cool. You know what I'm saying? We be kicking it and just, laughing about all this stuff. But no, you decided to go a different route and take the money without even giving me nothing. So now it's time to pay. But Teddy, he decides to say, you know what? I got something to live for. You know what I'm saying? You do too. And how about this? How about we just split the money? So now he done broke him down. This technique by Veronique is paid off. And now he's willing to give up that account number. He tells Franklin, like, look, it's in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? The account number is in my wallet. And, we can do exactly what you want to do, but I need to be let go. Franklin wants to make sure Teddy comes with him, makes that call, gives that password up, the money transfers into the account, and then they can go on their happy ways. And then, of course, they can turn over who? Your boy, Ruben. And as we can see, the account number from the wallet, your boy Teddy has it right there. And Franklin is feeling like, man, this is actually going to work. I finally won. Now it's time for the final boss. It's time for us to go and see if we can actually make this go through. Now, Sissy's upset. She's like, really? So you gonna let this dude go? And I'm feeling the same way. Like, I understand he wants that money. Y'all know Franklin wants this money. I wanted him to get the money back. But I'm thinking like, man, this is not going to work. Y'all know Teddy. He gonna plot and plan. He gonna be up to something. But Sissy's like, okay, when this is all said and done, you ain't gonna see me no more. You know what I'm saying? It's over. You know what I'm saying? And she tells him, don't have Leon be a part of any of this. I'm gonna go with you just to make sure that you're able to survive this. And this scene was funny because she told Veronique to shut up. Y'all know Veronique, she gonna roll with whatever Franklin is talking about, but Sissy was not trying to hear it at all. Now we see Teddy and Franklin. This is the last dance for your boy Teddy. And like I told you guys, he suffered a whole lot of pain in this episode. The whole time this is going down, I'm thinking Franklin's about to mess up. This whole deal is about to be exposed. It's going to be officers all out there ready to arrest him, but it never happened. The only time we saw the officers was when your girl Sissy popped Teddy, but it seems like this game plan that Franklin had made with Teddy was actually going to work. Your boy Havemeyer's out there talking about, what if he doesn't like the deal Franklin is talking about? Well, Franklin said, well, if you don't like it, guess what? That means you're not getting Ruben, the KGB, and it ain't gonna be no deal. So Teddy makes the phone call to the bank, and now it is time to transfer this money to the account. Only thing is, he has to give the password. Now, while he's having a conversation, Sissy walks up to him, lets us know that she was actually thinking that maybe he was telling the truth about Alton, which we know Franklin told her this dude is a flat out liar. Teddy tells her, are you kidding me? I was lying to you. You know what I'm saying? I shot the dude twice and dumped his body. He is dead. And everybody already knew this. Haymeyer, he's looking like, man, well, I predicted that he was dead. Franklin already knew deep down inside he was gone. Sissy, for a slight moment, was believing that Teddy was telling the truth. But once he said that, that's all the validation that she needed. Because this is what she was telling Franklin, that he cannot be trusted and that eventually he's going to try to come for you, your kid. He's not going to stop. Once he said that he took out Alton, that was it. She went back to the mode she had at the very beginning of the season, and that is to take him out. Like I told you guys, you go back to earlier on in the season when she was talking about Alton and Teddy and how he took him out, but he let her live. He didn't do nothing to her because he didn't see her as a threat. You know what I'm saying? She's just an N-word. She's no threat at all. She's a nobody. But in this episode, she proved that she was a somebody and she was a major threat. So she decided to take him out. dropped him straight off, shot him twice, I believe, just like he said he shot Alton twice. And everybody got the hell up out of there. Your boy Haymeyer, he said, you know what, I'm gone. Because remember, the CIA cannot be tied to any of this, so it makes sense on why he kind of walked off as soon as Teddy got shot. Franklin, he is trying to get the password. Teddy is falling out. He's like, man, just say the password, please. I mean, he was that close, very close. And like I told you guys, even though some of you guys wanted him to get the money, I wanted him to get the money. But if we were being realistic, deep down inside, we all knew he wasn't going to get this money, y'all. We already was expecting Franklin to not have the best ending. And it seems like Sissy was willing to sacrifice herself in order to stop this, right? She even told Franklin, this money, this obsession with this money, it's changing you. Look at us. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. You got to stop. And she just believed that Teddy was going to continue to come. And in order to neutralize everything, she sacrificed herself. So now she's going to be locked up. The boys, they came. And Franklin, he ran. He wanted his mom to run, but she's like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to take the L. You get up out of here and do what you're going to do. So we're going to see what's going to happen in this season finale. This episode was flat out crazy. As I told you guys, my heart was racing the entire episode because all I wanted to happen was Teddy to be taken out. He needed to go because just like Franklin knows he can't be trusted, Sissy realized that once again that no matter what he's talking about, he will always come back. Just like he came back to Alton and finished the job, and just like he continued to come back time and time again on your boy Franklin just to prove that he has some type of control over him, and by taking his money, it lets us know that he's going to do whatever it takes to prove that he is running things and that he is the top dog. But as Franklin said, in any other story, you will be the person that would, walk out of this alive. You would have the happy ending, but not this time around. And it was crazy because Franklin told him, I really thought we could be friends. He looked at Teddy as a friend, but he ain't no friend, man. All he really cared about was this mission, this whole operation, but it definitely did not go as he planned it. And he should have just listened to Parissa earlier on. Take that money and get the hell up out of here. But he decided to stick around hoping and praying that he can get back good with the CIA, which definitely did not happen. The CIA wanted nothing to do with Teddy, especially since he's being caught up with all this stuff. And they wanted, Haymeyer to basically just clear out all of this and make sure everything is good. But it didn't end well for your boy Teddy. We are definitely smoking on that Teddy pack. I'm happy as hell. I cannot wait to see the season finale, the series finale of this great show. It's coming to a crazy ending. I'm just hoping Leon somehow, some way can survive. I'm expecting Franklin to rather get locked up or die. We shall see. But as I told you guys, whether he dies, I mean, it is what it is. But getting locked up, and if they can prove the CIA has anything to do with this, he could at least get some type of deal or whatever. And maybe he doesn't have to serve a whole lot of time and possibly be in his child's life in the future. And I believe after the series finale airs next week, we should be getting more intel on the spinoff. I told you guys that Fox, FX, they do a great job at keeping intel in. They don't usually let a lot of people know what's going down with information, but we did learn about the spinoff and wound up being in it. It's going to be other characters as well, and we will be introduced to new characters. So I definitely can't wait to see it. If Franklin is able to survive, maybe down the line in that spinoff, we see him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he gets out at the end of that spinoff. But that depends on what type of deal he gets. And that is if he is, to get locked up. Or he could just get smoked. But we all going to find out in next week's episode. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.